Joining us now is Canadian Paralympic bronze medalist from Tokyo 2020, Marissa. It's about time you're on our show. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. How are you guys?
Good.
We're good. We're good. So, Marissa, you just came off the Prefontaine Classic where you ran the mixed classification in the 100 meters. How are you feeling after that race, and how are you feeling about your season overall?
Yeah, always obviously a pleasure to be able to compete at a Diamond League. I think it's amazing that a lot of the Diamond Leagues are making effort to include para races. I think Prefontaine prior was only including like two races, and this time they had four, so that was pretty awesome to be a part of. And yeah, just overall the season's been going really well so far. I've been having a lot of very consistent performances, and then there's been a couple races that have been either very close to a personal best or a PB, but like just over. Like I had a really good 200 in London that was a 2.1 win, so it didn't count.
Mm.
But we've had some pretty good moments, and I think a breakthrough is coming through soon. It's just a matter of continuing to just show up at races and executing, and that's about it.
There you
I
go.
know that feeling. I love that feeling when you're like, yeah, I'm close to something, but I just have to be patient and wait for it to happen. Now, at pre, like you said, it was a mixed race, so different classifications. But I know it can kind of be difficult for, the crowd to understand the different depths and, what's competitive, what's not. But I know you wanted them to have, I believe it's the Raza point system implemented, but they didn't do it. But can you tell us a bit more about that and why it's so important?
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, it's always obviously a privilege and a pleasure to be able to compete at a Diamond League, but it's tough when they are trying to showcase like different classifications. There's so many different classifications in parasport. It would be, again, beneficial maybe in the future if Diamond League started implementing the Raza point system to kind of make it more of a level playing field. It's basically a formula that's calculated to when you have like a mixed category based on your own individual performance is then compared to the world records in your own classification. And then the formula kind of creates a number from that in order to kind of place everybody afterwards. So, there's still obviously like some work to do when it comes to like how we're implementing para athletes and para sport into these races. But having had said that, it's amazing that again these meets are taking steps forward to kind of show the different classes and the different abilities that para athletes have.
So now you have three global medals. I've been doing my research, and of course they're all bronze. And I remember in 2012 and 2016, Canada's Olympic soccer team, they had this theme going into Tokyo about changing the color. With the World Championships coming up in October, for you, how do you feel about that? Do you take on that same mantra as far as what you want to achieve and what color medal you want next?
Yeah, I mean, it's a great question. I think going into any major championship, the goal is obviously always a podium finish because that's always in the reach. Having it said that, I think I try to frame it in my mind to go into every major championship by running my personal best, and like kind of going down to like the cues and execution because that's always like led me well, and it's led me well into competition. I think it's taken off a lot of the pressure where like in the past I would go into competitions kind of always thinking about that medal and the color or whatever that was, and it put too much pressure on me to kind of achieve that goal versus like focusing on what I need to do to get there. And so that's always something that's just like my main focus is making sure that I'm doing everything I can to execute a good, solid race at the championships. Having it said that, I'm definitely looking to move the needle and to kind of break through, like I was talking about this season. I'm just riding on that wave of consistency right now, and I definitely feel like some bigger and better performances are coming. It's just a matter of like putting them together when they count. So that's always the main focus, and to show up when it counts and to do it when it matters the most.
I know what it's like to be an athlete and have expectations, but not want to put too much pressure on yourself. But without putting added pressure, because I understand, you are going to be running the relay where you guys have a legit medal shot, you and my boy Austin. So, can you explain to us what that relay kind of looks like for athletics and also what your preparation is for that relay going into the Worlds?
Absolutely. I mean, the relay is such a fun and interesting event on the para side. It's called the Universal Relay. You have the first runner being someone who is visually impaired. That is our athlete Bianca. She's in a T13 category. Then it would be handed off to myself. It's an amputation class. And then it would be handed off to a CP class, Zachary Gingra, and then to a wheelchair athlete, which is Austin Smink. And honestly, it is such a complicated process to get our exchanges correct because you have people coming and going at such different speeds. And in the World Championships in 2023, we were in gold medal position and we finished in gold medal position, but it was a little bit of an exchange issue at the end where the wheelchair took off a little bit too early. And in that situation, it's tough because for wheelchairs it takes a long time to get going, but once they're at top speed, they're hitting 40 kilometers an hour, so it's basically impossible to catch up. So yeah, I think going into this one, we're just gonna try and lock in some better practices and kind of lock in those exchanges and to be able to maximize the exchange zone as best as we possibly can. And hopefully we can come out on top with it. I feel really good about it. I know the other members of the team also feel really good about it. It's just, again, kind of like what I was saying for my individual events, just being able to put it out on the day and execute.
Absolutely, just doing it when it matters. But like you said, you're in that gold medal position. You know what it feels like. You know you're capable of it. It's just that little tweak, those little technical things you need to work on. Okay, a lot of months until the World Championships, and like you said, you got to be consistent. You're doing the work. So good luck to you for the rest of the season, and we'll definitely catch up with you later on.
Thank you so much. So great to chat with you both. And Aaron, good luck in your season as well.
Appreciate it. I'll see you around.